Declan Rice is the definition of the perfect young player for me because of two very important hidden attributes. He has 15 in professionalism and 17 for consistency. But why is this important, you ask? Well, before I show you 10 more of these players who are all young, who have great professionalism, great consistency, we need to determine why I rate those two attributes really highly. So starting off with the definition of professionalism. Professionalism is how good a player's overall attitude is, whether that be individually to their career, match performance, or training performances. So it means that they're going to train harder, it means that they have a dedicated approach, and most importantly, they have a positive training progression, meaning that those attributes are going to go up and not down, which is obviously perfect for youngsters, and the reason why I always look for professionalism when I'm picking out my Wonderkids. Now, consistency, on the other hand, has a definition of how often the player performed to their maximum ability his or her attributes suggest they are capable of. So obviously, how many times that a player like Declan Rice will play to this full ability. If it is 20 out of 20 every single game, he will have 16 tackling. That you will see, obviously, will always look 16, but consistency suggests that some games he will have off days, meaning that that 16 tackling might not be as good in one game as it was the last. So both are important to me when I'm looking at a youth prospect. Will they train hard for me and develop, and will they perform for me on a regular basis as often as what their attributes suggest? Now let's take a look at Barcelona B's Nico. I'm sure you're all aware of him. He's a fantastic wonder kid on this game. He is in the 170 potential range. He also has a current ability of 130, but behind the scenes is where this player is fantastic because his professionalism is 16 and his consistency is 15, meaning that he is one of the most consistent wonder kids that you'll find in the game, but also one of the most professional, so he will most likely develop to his maximum potential, and in that potential range, wherever he lies every single time you load the game, he is going to reach that potential. Given game time, he'll be consistently fantastic for you. Oliver Skipp, 20 years of age, you can find him playing for Tottenham. He is very much in the same boat, a very similar position as well, playing that CDM role. If you're looking maybe for an English talent, this is definitely the guy for you, because behind the scenes, yet again, he is perfect. Coming in the 170 potential range like Nico, with a current ability of 135, meaning he's slightly further ahead, he has professionalism and consistency, both of 15 for each. By the way, can you please make sure you're subscribed? We're trying to hit 30,000 subscribers. I can only do that with your guys' help. If we can get to it before Christmas, fantastic. But it's looking ever so unlikely now. The closer and closer we get, we're about 2,500 subs away. Appreciate it. Now, on the more popular end of the Wonder Kid list, we have Eduardo Camavinga. Although he is only 18, we know from last year and this year that he is one of the best Wonder Kids on the game. Yet again, we're looking at a CDM as well. I promise you there's going to be different positions as we go further forward. Like Oliver Skipp, he has 136 current ability, very close to it, but potential range, he has 200, meaning 170 to 200. He is far better player should he reach his potential. But does he reach it? Well, with a consistency level of 15, you think he's going to consistently play well for me anyway. For professionalism, he has as 15 as well, out of 20. I should say, all of these hidden attributes are out of 20. So when I'm saying 15, it's out of 20. So Camavinga having 15 professionalism and consistency out of 20, the combination of both is absolutely perfect. Jamal Musiala has burst on the scene recently, hasn't he? He's scoring goals in the Bundesliga, in the Champions League, and yet again, we are looking at a fantastic wonder kid on this game if you manage to get your hands on him. He has a current ability of 147 and he's in 190 potential range, one of the highest, of course, 200 being the highest, and consistency has 15, professionalism 15, so he's probably going to reach his maximum potential and he's going to play really well every single time whilst doing it. Now, I've breezed over those players because you probably know all about them. I want to tell you more about players that you haven't done so, like Rafael Luiz. 16 years of age. You can find him in the Benfica team, Benfica under-19s, and you can pick him up approach to sign, which means if you offer very little money, let's just say I go for £1 million, I take away the percentage next sale. In fact, I go under 1 million. They should accept it. They do. £925,000. For this player is exceptional for very much the reasons that I'm going to give you for consistency and professionalism. We can already see personality is a model citizen. That is hard-coded. He always will have model citizen personality. That's the best in the game. So you already know he has good professionalism, good ambition, good personalities all over the place. So let me tell you a little bit more about him. Because he is only 16, he has the current ability of just 77, the lowest on this list in fact. But he has the potential range of up to 170, so he has a long way to develop, especially if he's at that higher end of the 170 potential range. And this is where things get very interesting because his professionalism is 18. 18 hard-coded into the game out of 20 for professionalism. Oh, that's insane, by the way. And consistency, he doesn't let you down either. Consistency is 16. So although he doesn't lock the player yet, give it a couple of years, buy him for £1 million, you're going to get one hell of a player in the future. Now, moving over to the Premier League, we have Christos Zolis. He plays for Norwich, but 9 times out of 10, I've seen Norwich get relegated. So you might be able to pick this guy up for quite a cheap cost. In fact, he doesn't have any relegation release clauses, but he has a relegation wage drop of 50%. I'd imagine he'd want to leave if he goes to Norwich and they get relegated. So here is your big chance after that first season. Check it, because he has fantastic hidden attributes. We can already see he has a personality of fairly professional, meaning we know it must be quite high. His current ability is only 120, but again, he is in that potential range of 170. Professionalism and consistency is both 15 for this player, meaning yet again, he will most likely develop and play very well on his way to that development. I'm showing you CDMs again because they're just really good in the game, I guess. Manuel Ugarte plays for Sporting, 20 years of age, Uruguayan. Everybody knows how good he was last year. This year is no different. A resolute personality hides the fact of how good he actually is with his hidden attributes, and I always used to wonder whether resolute was good or not. I think it is, to be honest, because by the looks of it, Manuel Ugarte has fantastic hidden attributes. He has a current ability starting off for 135, and he is in that 170 potential range yet again. So if he reaches 170, he looks amazing. And professionalism, well, 15 for professionalism, so development should be no problem whatsoever. And consistency is 15 yet again. He's always going to put in a very good performance for you. These are all hard-coded as well. So a lot of these Wonderkids have like random attributes for professionalism and consistency. You never really know until you load the game whether they're going to be good consistency, bad consistency, whether they're good or bad professionalism. So these are players which are hard-coded every single time you load the game, always have good hidden attributes. Now, in my opinion, the best defender on the game that you can pick up for a future, if you're planning on doing a long-term save, is Alessandro Bastoni. Because he is 22 years of age, he has a fantastic current ability. I mean, look at him. He looks insane already. And his hidden attributes aren't that bad either. Starting off with a current ability of 156, meaning he is already one of the best defenders in the world. He has a potential of 173 hard-coded. He will always reach 173 because his professionalism is 17 and his consistency is 15. So as long as you give him game time, he has decent training facilities, which if he's already at Inter Milan, I very much doubt you'd be able to prize him away if your facilities are bad, unless you just reach really high levels and never increase your facilities, which I do not encourage you to do, by the way. Always increase your facilities if you're going up through the leagues. Alessandro Bastoni is going to reap the benefits from that, and you'll get benefits from buying him, because he's insane. Now, a Brazilian on the list. We all like Brazilian players, and playing at Shakhtar is this little gem. He was a centre midfielder. You can play CDM, but I think his attributes suggest he's better going forward. Maybe as like a Mazzala or a box-to-box midfielder, a centre midfielder on attack, which has been working really well for me. Here we have Marcos Antonio, 21 years of age. He has a current ability of 135. He also is in the 170 potential range, and to be honest, he looks better than 135. I would be starting him if I was in the Premier League, really, because he has great attributes, especially mentally. He looks absolutely fantastic. Now, his personality suggests that he is ambitious. Ambitious can be great because it means that they want to strive to become the best. However, ambitious also has some bad sides because they're going to be wanting high contracts. That's just one of the bad personality traits of being ambitious. But don't let that put you off, Marcos Antonio, because professionalism is 17. Really high professionalism, and consistency is matched with 17 as well. So he will probably reach his highest potential, and he will probably perform very well every single game. And the final player on this list, let's be honest, there's no point in sucking any eggs, is Erling Haaland. He has a potential of 190, his professionalism is 17, his consistency is 17. We all know how amazing he is on this game. We've all seen how great he can become. It's Erling Haaland. So it's time for you to leave a like on the video if you can. That would be fantastic. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and maybe check out this video of all the Wonderkids to avoid because they have very bad mental attributes. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.